Senator Menendez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Shelton, you're being considered for a very important position today. Can you think of a, quote, more stimulating challenge than serving on the Fed?
A more stimulating challenge?
Than serving on the Fed?
Seems to me that would be the ultimate for someone who's studied monetary policy and economic performance.
Can you think of a, quote, more meaningful responsibility than serving on the Fed?
I think it's gravely responsible position.
And can you think of a more important role than, quote, safeguarding our nation's vital interests and deeply rooted values by serving on the Fed?
No, Senator Menendez.
Those are serious words about serious responsibilities that will impact every American, but I question whether you fully understand the gravity of those words. Just 2 years ago, you appeared before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, of which I'm the ranking member, for your nomination as the U.S. Executive Director of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Redevelopment. In your testimony before the committee, you said, quote, "Given my background in analyzing the strategic implications of global financial developments and my strong commitment to democracy, I cannot imagine a more stimulating challenge, more meaningful responsibility than to take the role of safeguarding our nation's vital interests and deeply rooted values at the EBRD." And I agreed with you then. Yet during your brief tenure, which you withdrew from prematurely, you missed 11 of 26 board meetings. You were the U.S. representative to the bank. You were in a Senate-confirmed position, but you made it just to slightly over half of the board's meetings. Dr. Shelton, would you give someone a promotion if they missed almost half the most important proceedings that they were assigned to?
Thank you for the question, Senator Menendez. It's a matter of public record that actually my attendance was closer to 70%. But let me explain something about the way a multilateral...
You dispute the numbers I just said?
Absolutely, I do.
Of how many you missed?
Not only that, but there's a perfect correlation, which I would like to explain. When I wasn't there, I was in Washington meeting with the people to whom I reported at the Treasury Department. I was conferring with my interagency colleagues.
That's why we have telephones. As a matter of fact, ambassadors are given telephones. They're given ways to communicate so they don't leave their posts. It's unique that each of the meetings you missed, you claim that you were in D.C., but you needed to be at the bank voting on behalf of the United States in these all-important issues. I just cannot imagine that the Foreign Relations Committee would give an ambassador a higher position if they weren't there nearly half of the time that they were supposed to be. So if you're confirmed, do you expect to serve your full term on the Fed?
I do.
You do. Well, that's what you told the Foreign Relations Committee when you were confirmed as the director of the EBRD, and here you are. So I fail to understand how I can take that answer seriously. Showing up is a basic requirement of a job. And if any of us missed half of our votes, half of our hearings, I don't think our constituents would send us back. Let me ask you on a different topic. If we didn't have the federal deposit insurance, do you think consumers would trust a small, unknown financial institution with their money, or would they turn to bigger institutions with better name recognition?
Senator Menendez, I totally support federal deposit insurance. We've had it since 1933. I think it's essential to reassuring depositors that they can safely put their money into American banks. This idea that I'm somehow against deposit insurance, I tried to find out where that even came from. The only reference I could find to me even commenting on deposit insurance goes back 25 years, where in the course of explaining the theory of moral hazard, I said that if there's government insurance, in theory, a bank might engage in riskier financial behavior seeking profits because they would be protected by the government insurance. And
well,
we
had a lot of that, which led us to the Great Recession, not because of financial insurance, but at the end of the day, one of your writings suggested that the deposit insurance increases risks in our financial system. But now you're telling us you support deposit insurance. So I'm concerned, how do we, you also made, have you ever told the President of your views that North America needs no borders?
No, and if you're referring to something I wrote in 2000, I'd be happy to explain the context of this rumor. I was talking nothing to do with...
It's not a rumor, it's what you wrote, so...
Well, it was nothing to do with immigration. In 2000, as I'm sure you're aware, for the first time in 70 years, Mexico elected a president who had not been a member of the ruling party. And Vicente Fox was saying that he recognized Mexico was experiencing a collapse in its currency every 6 years, coinciding with their electoral cycle. He wanted to be something new, and he wanted to bring Mexico's finances into order, balance the budget, align their regulatory approach to banking to something closer to what we have in the United States, and I thought that should be encouraged. I think we want a prosperous, stable economy on our border, and I also feel that it's only fair for Mexicans to have a chance to be successful in their own country. So that's what that article was about.
Yeah, I'm happy to submit for the record, Mr. Chairman, some articles that speak quite differently to the view you just expressed on this and some of the other things I've raised with you, and we'll let the members decide their judgment. Thank you.